Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another Cave Diver Reacts. This one is a special edition because we have Woody
Dual
in the
action.
room. Here we
I
go.
Can't wait for this.
Two Cave Divers Reacts. The interesting part about this one is that I did not show Woody the video
No idea.
beforehand.
Zero
No clue. So he's going to be watching live. I actually put this video together because it's a compilation of different scenarios where there was panic underwater.
Okay.
And we're just going to be reacting to it live. So let's go ahead and get started and see what you think.
Can't wait. This says, oh, they can see it. Everybody can see this, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. So just to give you a little bit of info on this one, Woody, she is having a real tough time clearing her mask.
Okay. I see that.
This guy on the left is the instructor, so let's also comment on that, on kind of his performance and what he's doing.
Yep. Just give me a second to watch. I'm going to let this one run for a second. Because it looked to me like she cleared it, but we'll see. If she still has water in it, that's pretty amazing that she's just sitting there with water in her mask. There we go.
Yep, she has water.
Okay, she's got water.
Doesn't it look like she's blowing through
out
her mouth?
the reg?
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, if you look at the reg when she's not trying, like right now, you see where the bubbles are coming from. When she's actually trying it, nothing changes. Watch this.
I already have so many comments, but I'm gonna wait and make sure. See, yeah, definitely blew out the reg.
Yeah, see the water in
Absolutely.
her mask?
You could see it come out the side of the regs. And
Full panic.
Starting to freak. And he's like, stop, stop, stop.
Relax. I don't understand why. Okay, so let
All
me
right,
pause
let's
there
stop
for a
it.
second.
And you have some comments. I have some comments. I'm gonna tell you a bunch.
So I don't know if you guys noticed watching this video. I'm sure you noticed, Woody. He has his hand on her like waist strap or I don't know if she has a weight belt, but he has the left hand on that holding her down, and then with the other hand he was either holding her hand or like putting it on her arm, basically keeping control of her. So I think he's doing a good job keeping control of her, but she's struggling. So what do you think?
All right. To me, this is a lack. Okay. If an instructor, and instructors aren't going to like what I have to say, which I don't give a.
So be it.
I mean, I'm entitled. If an instructor asks a student to do a skill like this, and the student can't do it to this extent, whose fault is it? The student or the instructor? I say the instructor.
Right. This is something
You
they
should
do in the
never,
pool, right?
Ever ask a student to do a skill that you don't know that they can already do. So I think, in my opinion, that this instructor did not do, and I'm sorry, instructor, if you're watching this, I'm going to give you my reaction. You did not give her the right briefing. There is total confusion on your signals. I'm an instructor trainer, and I have no idea what you're telling this girl right now. First, you have a stop sign up. Stop. I mean, she's got water in her mouth. Stop what? She's
Stop
sitting there.
breathing.
Look, she can't even see you, let alone, right? So she has no idea what you're putting in front of her. And then you're like, stop, stop. Yeah, you're holding her down, but where's the signal that corrects the fact that she's continuing to blow out of her mouth? And that's going to ultimately create panic because she's blowing and blowing. She's looking up, lifting the top of her mask, pushing the top of her mask. Nothing's happening. Where's your briefing where you told her, if I tap your nose, start to blow out your nose? That's it.
That's right.
In 2 seconds, she can fix this. I'll tell you what else I do. I make them do that before they go underwater. Everybody in my briefing show me touch and blow out your nose, literally on the surface, because it creates the muscle memory, particularly on this skill. This skill, for some reason, is one that students struggle with, is clearing a mask. So, instructor, you have no signals. I mean, all you're doing is telling somebody to stop that has water in their mouth. Just touch your nose. If you should have briefed that already. I'm sorry, that's my reaction.
No, for
Actually,
sure.
I feel bad for the student.
The other thing I want to add is because a lot of people watching this channel are not divers. Like you read the comments, they say, I'm not a diver, but I enjoy the content.
Oh, okay.
So what's happening here is this is an open water class. She's going through her checkout dives, which are 4 dives that you do at the end. And I don't know if different agencies have more dives or less dives, but
Most have 4.
yeah, most
for
have
open
4.
water.
And in one of the dives, you are required to do mask skills. One of them is filling it up halfway. The other one is filling it completely. The other one is taking it off completely and replacing it.
That's right.
Every time you do one of those, you have to clear the water from inside your mask.
And there's valuable reasons to do all of them.
Of course.
You should be able to only do a partial flood. Some people are like, well, why do I even bother? Why don't I just full flood it? Well, partial flood is very important. Let's say you only want to be able to bring a little water in to clear a mask that's fogging, for example. You don't have to fully flood it.
Correct.
So there's reasons why, yes, it's a progression, but there's actually value in each one of those segments.
Yep,
Just wanna add
absolutely. It's happened to me in the past that I get like an itchy spot, like right on where the mask is sitting, and I just do that, and a little bit of water goes in, clear it up.
Great point.
So that happens a lot. The point is, in order for you to clear the water out of your mask, you have to put pressure on the top of your mask and blow through your nose, so the air that you're injecting into the mask forces the water out of it, right? But if you blow through your mouth, obviously you're not blowing into the mask, and because of that, you're unable to get the water out of the mask. So that's what's happening here. Just quick of little bit of clarity.
And you can tell that she is on the verge of panicking. You can hear her going, She's like, I don't know what you're telling me, and this isn't working. And she's already starting to look like, I haven't seen the video. To me, I saw her one time start to kick up, and he held her down.
Yep.
Honestly, at that point, if I was the instructor, I would have brought her up. I wouldn't keep holding her down because he's already tried a few times to tell her to stop, but it's not working.
Yeah. So
as long as he has an assistant down there, if there are other students, I would have told everybody else, I'm stopping. Me and her are going up in 2 seconds on the surface. Relax. Practice. Show me you can do it on the surface. This will be my signal to you when we go back down that you're going to blow out your nose. And I guarantee you she knocks it right out.
there's one more thing that's going to happen on this video.
Oh,
Watch
okay.
this. So she's
she
like,
wants to
I'm
go
out.
up.
I'm
There you
out.
go.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. He's pinching her nose. Relax. She's like, I'm dying.
I know. You can look at her breathing.
Put your hands
She's-
together and die in peace.
Is her mask full of water? Because I don't. If it is, then.
I can't tell.
Well, the reason I'm asking is if she cleared it, the skill's over.
Yeah. She's
Why-
calling somebody and saying, you do it. So now he's having another student do it. He seems to be blowing out of his mouth, but there's still somewhat.
No, he blew out the
he
nose.
did it right. Okay, that's
You
good.
can tell from the side of the regulator. That's where the air will blow out if they're blowing out their mouth. It comes out the
The
side.
girl seems to be okay.
Yeah, but her mask is clear. Otherwise, she's sitting there with
clear.
water. I think her mask is clear.
Yeah. I don't know what this guy's doing. Looking at the SPG, the pressure gauges.
This one to me was just a simple miscommunication by the instructor of what to do
Yeah.
if you're blowing out your mouth.
Missed opportunity to brief her.
It's the signal.
They're all-
I'll touch your nose
You see-
if I see you're blowing out your mouth.
So that's the one thing I wanted you to see. They're all in their knees at the bottom of, wherever they are.
Right, which I don't do that. I'm neutral. It's much easier if you're neutral. There's no problem on holding a down line for a new student. That's okay, and may help you control it as well.
So I don't know, the guy on the camera is having a seizure of some kind. All right, deflating. I think that's the instructor.
This looks like CF1 to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the audience, maybe they're not aware of my abbreviation for CF1. CF1 is when you take divers, just stop it really fast. So all of my students know, I call it, all right, open water dive 1. Everything that you taught them in the confined water class is kind of maybe not in their mind anymore.
Out the window.
So CF, cluster, there's the C, F,
They can.
1 cluster F1 dive. So you've got to give everybody on the first open water dive. I take them down. Don't do any skills, instructors. Wait. Let them just swim around and figure out their buoyancy in a new open water environment for a good 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And let them get relaxed naturally. Frankly, the skills take 5 minutes. Wait till the end of the dive where you're about to go up. Let them relax. They're going to be so much better at the skills if you just don't rush them. Let them actually dive for 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah. A lot of them is the first time diving at sea.
First time. And
First
CF1, cluster F1, right?
Yeah.
Their open water dive 1, they're only going to probably last 20 or 30 minutes anyways because they're going to be going through air pretty rapidly.
Super fast.
But it's an amazing level of improvement between dive 1 and dive 2. It's like a whole new student once they get to dive 2.
For sure.
So that was my react. I hope that's a good dual reaction that we both
so
had.
it was a quick and easy video just showing, some things that could potentially go wrong, but they were kind of under control, right? She finally cleared her mask. She did it.
But this one says full-blown panic attack.
This one is different. So I want to get your reaction on this one.
Okay, here we go.
Not great quality, but you ready to go up? Ready to go up? Ready to go up, everybody? Good? Okay, let's get together and go up without any issues.
Looks like fresh water, by the way.
Yeah.
That green.
Look at that. Look how many bubbles.
Well, one of them is not holding up her. Oh man! Wow. Hold on. There's a lot of problems here. She's basically doing a CISA, and she's not holding up her low pressure inflator hose, and maybe she's overweighted, and her eyes and mask are off. This is a disaster. Keep going, and then I'll react. Oof. This is a stream of somebody's bubbles are going crazy. Could somebody should be on her, inflating her right now? I can tell you that. Inflate her, or okay. Let's stop. Let's pause. What? I mean, wow.
Right.
Okay. I cannot see, and maybe you understand how, first of all, just the very first thing, her mask was gone, not off.
It was on her neck.
It was on her neck? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She pulled it down to her neck.
Some reason pulled her mask down. I don't know why. In her panic mode, did she think that would help her? Then her eyeballs were the wide open eyeballs.
Let's start with the fact that her regulator wasn't in her mouth.
Then there's no regulator.
No mask. No reg.
There's no bubbles that she's blowing out of her mouth on the way up. It's not a proper CISA, which could cause a massive lung overexpansion injury. I have no idea what depth they were at. And where's the low pressure inflator and hose? If there's air in her BCD, she's going to be flying up. I don't know if
she took her weights off, it didn't look like she took her weights off.
It looked like she was struggling. It looks like she was overweighted, actually.
Definitely overweighted.
I mean, I can't tell from the bubbles, but she was kicking hard, not holding up her low pressure inflators, and still struggling to come up.
Yep.
So you and I agree the conclusion there is somebody overweighted her?
For sure, overweight.
But how did an instructor, was this a class?
It looks like it.
If it's a class, I mean, that the instructor should have been immediately putting a reg back in her mouth. Right?
Well, he tried. I mean, if you see the video, he's trying and trying and trying. She's refusing.
She went straight up to the surface all the way. Didn't look deep.
No.
Okay. I would say they were 10 or 15 feet because they were at the surface in, I don't know, 10 seconds of the video.
Yeah.
So, I don't, it happens. And instructors should know this happens. That's why we say maintain control in the open water. I don't know if I can really criticize the instructor too much here. I mean, it happened very, very quickly, and she went up, and it didn't look like they lost her. Once they were at the surface, the only thing I would have loved to have seen is that instructor reaching over to the inflate button. Just inflate her all the way until that purge valve goes off, maybe then drop weights. Didn't seem like it needed it.
Yeah, once you're inflated.
That's my reaction.
But man, that was so scary. No reg, no mask, freaking out.
Looked like the reg was just free flowing. That had to be what all those bubbles were.
Yeah.
I wonder why she pulled her mask down.
No idea. But
that's the moment I tell a lot of new instructors. I say, look, you're going to have your oh shit moment as an instructor. You are. Every instructor has it, where something like this happens, and while it's happening, you're going to be thinking this as an instructor. Well, it was fun being an instructor. It's over.
Your
I'm
moment
done.
is hilarious.
Okay.
We should do that in a
my
video.
my oh shit moment was, okay, well, listen, what you did was 100% your fault, Woody. While I'm going up to the surface, this is my mind.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was nice. You got to be an instructor for a little while. The lawsuit, which you'll lose, Woody, will come, and you're gonna have to defend that. And then I don't know what we're gonna do when we get to the surface, because we have no idea where this person is, and it's all my fault.
We should cover this on a video.
You will have your oh shit moment. Mine, there is no stupider instructor thing that somebody could have done than me. I'm pointing at myself, right?
Yeah,
Mine was, there's no justification whatsoever for what I did.
Well, and it's important for people to know.
I learned a tremendous amount.
And I've gone out of my way to be very specific and clear about the fact that neither you or me think we're perfect and we make no mistakes. No,
impossible.
We react to these videos, but we know we have a lot to learn and a lot to work on.
Never ending as a diver.
Yeah, we make mistakes, and I'm happy to cover that. But anyway.
But you're still laughing at mine.
Because it was
classic. I told you.
Ridiculous.
You couldn't believe it when I told you. You're like, you were that dumb, Woody?
I know.
I'm like, no,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
All right, let's watch this one, because this one is another interesting one. I wonder if you've ever seen this. Let's just watch it. All right. First of all, this guy on a Speedo.
It says
like a boss.
It says mask squeeze from hell, so I know something's coming. I thought that was a girl, by the way.
Nope. That's a guy. Same amount of hair as you.
It looks freezing, by the way. I don't know. Is he not freezing?
I guess not.
There's nothing on him.
Nothing.
But a BCD.
And a Speedo, yeah. So I speed it up here because it's too long. Anyway, they're a buddy team, right? They're going down. He has like a spear gun or whatever. And they're going. And he's like, I'm having
clear.
Equalizing.
Equalizing.
Yeah.
The vein in the top of his head, by the way, looks like it's about to explode. That's a secondary comment.
That is true. So look, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
let me see if I can get another shot
here. Is he on the bottom now?
Yep, he just went to the bottom. Bang.
Oh,
right
somebody's
into the
helping
line.
him with his inflation.
Yeah.
That's good to see.
This guy is good.
That's good to see.
I don't know if you can see, but right here in the forehead, the glass is against his face.
That's why the vein on the top of his head is about to explode. Did you see the vein?
Yes.
What is going on? He cannot clear. I mean,
look at this. He's trying. He's trying.
Are you kidding me? The glass? That is the glass against his face?
Yes.
How did it get that sucked in? The strap must be as tight as humanly possible. I'm laughing, but I feel really bad for this guy. I mean, he's going to explode.
All right, so they are at 68 feet, so not super deep, but still. And they're off the bottom
but
now.
hey, that's 3 atmospheres.
No, for sure.
No, that can be some serious squeeze if he can't get that. All right, he seems to be calm.
All right, now he's getting tied up in the line.
Seems to be calm, though.
Yeah.
Massive earrings in his ears, by the way. I cannot believe that's all he's wearing. Yeah, okay, slowly he's getting completely entangled now. Does he know that? Uh-oh. Do not kick, sir, or you will be... Okay, that's not good.
Man, this guy was so lucky
soon he's not going to be able to move.
The guy who's filming, I mean, he was good. I give him
Does somebody know that right now that fin is in that line?
You'll see. So he finally notices.
Okay, and he's not helping himself any there. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a good body.
All right. Good job.
And inflator again. Deflate. He's deflating for him. Like
this guy's completely. Is he a tri-scuba? He doesn't know how to use his gear. Yeah, this guy does. This guy is on a Discover Scuba.
At 60
That's
feet.
my reaction. Yeah, there's no way he's ever scuba dived. Oh, man, that looks bad inside of his face. No. He's never scuba dived. He doesn't know what he's doing. This guy's like, "Is all I know is scuba diving is painful." Oh. I've never, ever. No. Now here's, wait. This guy doesn't know. The guy doesn't know what's under his eyes. Gus, we shouldn't laugh. This is really, I feel sad. He has no idea.
It's like the mask was squeezing me.
Yeah, what happened?
It's like,
Hold on, listen.
The
Pressure.
You got a mask squeeze.
No, that's not that's the worst one I've ever seen.
I couldn't see anything.
You got a mask squeeze. That's the squeeze.
Yeah. He's never
You have to
dove
blow
before.
air through your nose.
It's his first dive.
I didn't.
Like you have to blow.
he did not know.
Yeah, don't take him
The
back down.
pressure
He's got blood vessels
You
all
gotta
popped in
squeeze.
his eyes.
Dude, he didn't know that you have to blow through your nose in order to add air to your mask.
But Gus,
He
he
Never
never
blew
dove.
out of his nose.
My reaction is, he has no idea how to
you
use
gotta
his scuba
squeeze.
gear. He could
But-
not inflate. He could
Yeah.
not deflate.
I guess for me, the
His
tough
mask
part,
right now is on the top of
No,
his
it's
head
fine.
in the
You're-
ocean.
you're
Look at
just
that.
hurt. You
Yeah.
hurt
Which is,
yourself.
you're going to
You're
lose
gonna
the
be okay,
mask.
but
No
you
snorkel.
squeeze. You have
But
bruising
the other
there.
thing is,
Oh,
why would it
man.
be a try
You're
scuba
supposed to
and
blow
have
air through your
like a
nose.
spear gun with the fish
No.
thing? Like, I think
People
this
do
You
guy,
got a mask squeeze.
I think this guy said he was a
He didn't know
certified
He
diver.
didn't know to blow air through his nose.
No
and he got a
way.
mask squeeze.
No. He had
He's
no
got
idea
bad
what to
bruising
do.
on his eyes.
Yeah, he must get out. That's not just a mask squeeze. That's severe
Go
trauma.
ahead and here. Let's get him in the boat.
Man, those eyes must be burning.
At
Like,
least the vein. Look at the vein now on the top of his head. It's relaxed. That thing was about to explode.
Sorry, man.
it's gonna blow his head up.
No, dude, you're still out of control right now. Even right now, the bobbing, no mask on his head. This is not a good situation, and they should not have him in this
He didn't know to
environment.
blow air through his nose.
Whoever keeps saying he didn't know to blow air through his nose, either never dove with this guy, or
I mean, I think
did
that
dive with this guy and didn't have to think that he wouldn't have known to do that.
What
That's
you're
all I
saying-
can think about now, because now I'm thinking if it was a try scuba or discover scuba, he wouldn't be saying he didn't know to blow air out of his nose, right? Because
Right.
he would be already probably have worked on that with him, because you wouldn't acknowledge that as a dive guide or an instructor. He didn't know how to blow air out of his nose, because of course not if he's a Discover scuba guy. But that's making me think that he should have known to blow air out of his nose, because you're a certified diver and I'm just going diving with you.
that's right.
And I don't know the facts, but that's what it seems like.
I mean, I bet that these dive operators have all kinds of stories from people that are like, I'm a master diver, blah, 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 and then they wouldn't know how to.
There's something else, though. Yeah,
What?
this guy's lucky. I mean, he wasn't down at 66 feet for very long, but there definitely was no safety stop. Now, that doesn't mean that you're still not outside your no deco limit,
Yeah.
right? But if he's never dove with this guy, the guy had no ability to maintain any kind of neutral buoyancy whatsoever, because he couldn't use his buoyancy control device.
At no
And
point he was trying to reach for the inflator or
he-
deflator.
He had
ever.
no thinking about the fact that we needed to stop. There was no, 3-minute safety stop signal. That was not happening. So this was just, and by the way, what he's wearing, it's crazy. I believe full wetsuits only.
Should be the
So,
first red flag.
I think that this guy either hasn't dove in a very, very long time and should have absolutely had already done a refresher, because he doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing at all, actually in any regard, other than he kept the regulator in his mouth. That's about it.
yeah.
All right. That one was disturbing.
This one is interesting.
Complete loss of buoyancy. Better get that on tape. Okay.
My first time to reverse flip off a boat into the ocean.
Alright.
We are in Cozumel, Mexico.
Beautiful.
This is a deep dive. 100 feet below the surface. You can see the wall.
This guy's over dramatic, as you can tell.
It goes straight down.
Wait, it's his first ocean dive?
Weights are
That's what he's saying. First time I roll off a boat. Maybe he has been doing giant strides in,
Well,
but he says first time I'm rolling back.
and he's
into
at
the
100
ocean.
feet.
And he's at 100 feet.
So should I, at this point of my reaction, I hope you are an advanced, experienced diver. If
Right.
you're at 100 feet. That's reaction one. I don't know, but first time.
Or he's
maybe
lying.
it could be it could, doesn't mean that he doesn't done a lot of freshwater diving.
Yeah.
But
Or he's
at
lying.
100 feet.
You know?
And the fact that he's saying big, giant wall like this or whatever, look at all this, that, and the other, he's definitely never done this before.
Right.
needed to keep you from uncontrolled ascent. When you lose your weight, you lose control. When you lose control of your ascent, bubbles form inside your body, and you get the bends, aka decompression sickness, resulting in paralysis or death.
He's so dramatic.
I'm carrying 10 pounds on my belt. My belt has a plastic.
Look at him running on the coral. Literally, like
See
he's
my belt become
jogging on the
loose.
coral.
This is a very,
Wait,
very
stand.
inexperienced diver. I don't know why he's at 100 feet.
I am
All right, so you can
surprised
see the
still
weight
hanging.
bell is coming apart,
And he's holding a
This
camera.
wall
and
has
he's
a
holding
lot
a
of
camera. Yeah.
current. This deep dive has
He hasn't
become
looked
also a
once
drift
at his
dive.
Cressy
Deep dive
computer.
has also become
Suddenly, my weight belt
Yep.
falls
So
off.
the weight bell gone.
Watch the weight
10
disappear
pounds.
into the abyss.
He has a spare air.
And I
Look
try
at this.
to wait.
no deflation.
No deflation.
Oh,
no
wait,
attempt to
is he-
swim down.
Is he trying to deflate there for a second? No.
No attempt to swim down. No attempt to let me stop recording because I'm about to go into an uncontrolled ascent.
Yeah.
It's all about like, hey, guide. Look, my weights just fell. 10 pounds?
That's why we have to practice the controlled descent. It's a really important skill. And I see a lot of times people kind of blow it off in the pool because controlled ascent for almost every dive agency is an actual skill that you have to do in the confined water. It's a step-by-step thought process. There are skills, there are key points related to a controlled descent. You have to actually do steps. Of course, the main one is you're not just holding up your low pressure inflator hose, because we see a lot of students do this. You're letting air out on the way up.
Yep.
So many people actually hit the inflate button in the pool. Your students are going to do this. This guy didn't even attempt to let air out at all. He should have been flailing out, right, his legs, and letting out air, or, like you said, trying to kick down,
Yeah.
or an emergency buoyant ascent.
Swim down and get it.
Even,
Like,
an EBA, but swim down and get it. I mean, we don't know all the details. I don't know how buoyant he was. He doesn't have a wetsuit on.
he said it's 10 pounds.
But he doesn't
was
have a
wearing 10
wetsuit on.
pounds.
But he could have been overweighted. The fact that he was walking on the reef,
Yeah.
that means to me, look, if he would have dumped the air out of his BCD, I have a feeling this guy was overweighted, and then he would have been actually probably properly weighted.
Yep.
Because he's got, is that a tank that he's holding in the front of him?
He has a spare
pony
air.
bottle?
Spare
Like-
air, yeah.
So with those two tanks, I bet you if he dumped all of his air, he would have been fine. It's
Yep.
just a controlled descent skill. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Point at my waist at the ocean bottom, indicating
He's
Look
like,
at him.
hey.
He's just not
look,
even in the diver position.
Hey, dude, look, my belt. He's not even ascending.
I lost control
Look.
and crashed into the wall.
He's just hitting the coral.
instructor.
So he's not
Being
going
like,
up.
Dude. So
Well,
the
he's not
instruct-
going up, though.
No.
He's fine.
Why don't you swim to go down and get it? It's dumb.
He wasn't ascending. He was on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, he was ascending maybe tiny bit, like, which
He
is
looks
what
all
you
right.
said. He
By
was
the way,
probably
and,
properly weighted.
And because he's kicking. New divers kick and they don't know they're kicking up. Remember, I've told you that a bunch?
Yep.
In your class, if you see a new, like this guy, see how he's kicking and he doesn't know he's moving his legs.
Look at the guide. He's like, just breathe out, dude.
And stop moving your legs.
Yeah.
Tell students to squeeze their knees together if you see them in a rapid ascent.
Yep.
They don't know they're kicking. There he goes.
Look, she.
chilling.
Those are not his weights, by the way. The guy took her weights out and put it on him.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Very good job. I don't know where his weight belt is. It should be just right below them there. Well, they're drifting.
It's in Custom
They're
out,
drifting,
so
so that's
that's gone.
gone. Good job, she did.
Yep.
Still, nobody's dumped any air, but
Everything is okay
oh, she may be dumping
if
some air.
you remain calm. Disaster
Yeah,
averted.
she is. She's holding his low pressure inflator hose. Good job.
Yeah.
I do not trust.
She even had to add a little bit.
Buckle.
Good job.
And then he was like, "Oh, I just don't trust a weight belt with a plastic buckle." Like that was the problem. Like out of the whole video, the lesson that he learned was, don't use a plastic buckle. Next time you should use a metal buckle.
Yeah, he has no idea how to dive. He's not in a diver position, and they kick. When you dive, you know what? Try not to kick about but once every 10 seconds in the ocean. I barely kick when I dive. I only kick if I absolutely have to. You don't want to be in that horizontal position because your new divers are
Vertical
kicking.
position.
They don't know they're moving their legs. It's a common mistake. And they wonder, well, why when I did the weight check was I fine? And now I'm just going up and I can't maintain my safety stop. It's because you're kick. Just take your legs, squeeze your knees together, and relax. That's what's going on here.
Yep.
Very interesting.
So that was it, man.
Yeah, those are cool. I mean,
Four different videos.
which one's the most disturbing? Easy, right?
Number 2. Or
The
you think
guy's
the eye
vein,
guy?
vein popping out of his head, eye guy.
I think the most disturbing was the girl that took her regulator.
That
and
may be
mask
the
off.
most dangerous because she
sure.
could have had a lung overexpansion injury
But
because
man,
she wasn't blowing bubbles.
I knew when I saw that guy with a mask squeeze, I'm like, there's no way he's seen a worse one than this.
My eyes hurt right now. I mean,
You're thinking about
on
it.
the surface, he had no idea what he looks like. He's just like, yeah. He's like going like this. Mask is on the top of something bothering me. I'm like, dude, your eyeballs almost exploded out of your head. See, I've never seen you notice that. Good, the glass was touching.
What?
It was that big of a squeeze.
That big of a
I've
squeeze.
never seen that, by the way. I've never seen a mask squeeze like that in all my years. Just go blow out in 2 seconds. You
That's
could
it.
relieve that, but
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing? What else I like about this before we get off? This stuff happens,
For sure.
right? So be careful. You're an instructor. I'm an instructor. It happens, especially on CF1. My summary would be, don't do anything on your first open water dive with your students for at least 10 minutes, and you will not believe how much better they will perform for you as an instructor. Just
sure.
let them swim around and relax. Which, by the way, if you do that and you go and you read your dive agency's required skills, by just leaving them alone, you actually will notice that they naturally did a lot of the skills that were required. One of the skills is just swimming around and maintaining neutral buoyancy. Well, if you leave them alone, they just did it. You look over like, well, I guess that skill's done.
Check.
Just leave them alone for a little while. It's pretty good message with these really cool videos that you showed us.
Awesome.
Wow.
Let's let's plan to do another one together. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, really fun.
Yeah.
You make me laugh though. I mean, some of them are so painful. You and I are looking at each other like this is totally out of control right now.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly. But that's it for this one. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And if you enjoyed the 2 Cave Diver React video, please go ahead and let us know down below by either liking the video, obviously subscribing to our channel, and leaving us comments. We love doing these videos. It's a little bit of a logistical challenge to record 2 at the same time,
Which
but
Gus sets up here. He's got the whole studio.
we got to make it work.
No, but Gus has this thing here is remote. I wish you could see his whole studio. It's incredible. I just sit here and talk, but he's pretty technologically advanced like this. So awesome job, Gus.
Thank you. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye, everyone.